Mike delivers from his wife's, cat's, his own living room. Here's your host, Mike Biseglia.
That's right, this is Mike Delivers, episode 112, and I'm your host, Michael Lewis Biseglia. And I'm coming to you from my kid's kitchen in Bloomfield, New Jersey. Shout out to Ryan Tyler Biseglia. Good morning. No, let's try that again. Jess, this is the evening. How are you doing? How's everything?
I'm good.
I haven't seen you in a while. You look good. You look fresh. You look healthy.
Thanks. Does that mean I look fat?
No, it means you look hot.
Okay.
I've said this. I think you look hot.
That's just because I lost like 15 pounds.
Hey, would you agree that I've been like kind of digging you lately?
Yes, except the doctor said no hanky-panky for 6 weeks.
Yeah, that's what the doctor said. But we have a checkup tomorrow. I'm going to convince the doctor.
Yeah, I don't think so.
well, I need to have him define what hanky-panky means.
Okay.
Maybe there's other routes.
You'd have to find another route right now.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to go down those routes. It's been a wild week. Thank you guys for listening, downloading, and subscribing to the Mike Delivers podcast. Today, Wing Month continues. It was supposed to be boobies at Hooters. No.
There's plenty of boobies happening in this house, let's be
Buffalo
honest.
Wild Wings, because Hooters was closed in both locations. I tried. So, Buffalo Wild Wings wing review is coming up in a little bit. I would say, and I just shout out to the O'Brien Creative Group. They made the logo. Awesome job by those guys. If you want more info, go to my show notes. Patreon page is fun. If you want to see what Ryan looks like, you can see him over there. How I crashed my wife's 2007 Toyota RAV4. And everything else in between. As I mentioned, the Patreon page is an extension to this podcast. It's $4 a month. And you get bonus episodes. One a week. It's on video. And you also get bonus food reviews where I'm blindfolded and I have to guess what my wife is feeding me. And then some fun gimmick we do at the end of each month where we do we did IHOP. We did IHOP pancakes versus the local diner. I'm blindfolded. I have to guess which one I like the best. And listen on Patreon. So we'll do that with Wing Month in a week or two. Jessica, I would say for the most part, Wing Month has been a major disappointment.
Which is interesting because you were really excited for that after Breakfast Month.
Yeah, I'm not saying I dislike it. I'm just saying it's been a disappointment.
Well, okay. So I think, and when I say I've been watching a lot of Married at First Sight, I mean I've been watching a lot of Married at First Sight.
Yeah. We're
on season 3 after like 4 days.
I like this kind of stuff, but I'm like, just by the way, just silent your phones.
Okay,
I need to do it. This is the second time in a row this has happened. This
was not me last time.
No, you did it last time.
No, it was you.
No, it was you. We'll go to the records.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to do this before each podcast. Hello and welcome to the Mike Delivers podcast. If your phone is on, please silent it. Or put it to airplane mode. At the end of each movie, you can put it back on. Thank you.
Which is weird, because I actually like to keep my phone on silent always.
No, I don't buy it.
No, I know, but I do. I don't know why it was on, because I figure if somebody's going to call me, it'll be on my watch, and I'll pick it up.
All right, Penny. Go gadget phone.
Oh my God, I used to watch that every single night before
Inspector
bed.
Gadget.
Yep. We would watch it, and we would have a snack, and it would be a Yoplait yogurt and a Chewy granola bar. That was my snack every night.
Yeah, my Inspector Gadget story is I was probably, and my mom told me this on the phone, and I think this is the time as I match up the timeline. She said that when my sister was born, I was potty trained, and that when Julie came around, I decided to shit again in my pants because I was jealous.
Well, okay, you were like...
And I was watching Inspector Gadget, and I remember this, and I pooped my pants and said, change me. Way too old for it, but I was jealous of Julie. Didn't think we were going there, but you reminded me.
I remember that... So my parents were potty training my brother. Also a challenge, as I've heard you were a challenge as well. All boys are a challenge, so we're in for one with Ryan. And I remember I was like 5, and my mom was going, you have a diaper on, it's okay to poop, to my brother. And my dad's like, you're not wearing a diaper, you have a big boy underwear. And I watched both of these transactions.
Yeah.
And then we were driving down to see my family in Morgantown, West Virginia from Pittsburgh, and he just shat his pants.
Oh.
But I was like, I was like 5, but I didn't have like the verbiage to be like, oh my god, you confused the hell out of this kid. I saw it happen. Right. Like, I literally watched this occur.
So you decided to put it on Instagram.
Yeah. It was 1994.
I feel you.
93. Something like that. Yeah, no, but I felt so bad. I felt so bad for him.
I could be the parent here.
Because I was like, guys, you totally screwed this up.
Yeah. Aw.
Boys are so hard.
So far, he's been
no,
okay.
but he's had a bit of a fussy day today, but he's been good otherwise.
I haven't seen him today because I'm a Uber Eats father, and I was on the road doing deliveries. You heard all the stories from the road on episode 111, which has already been released.
But that's okay. I like having him. I mean, I kind of have him more on the weekends. You have him more on the weekdays.
Yeah,
it's like our weekend time.
I will say this, and I felt this a little bit. And when this is coming out, yes, I can say this. No, I can't yet. It's one more episode away. Gosh darn it. Anyway.
You have a tease coming up, perhaps?
No, it's just not a tease. Yes, it's a tease, but it's a timeline tease. Next episode, to be safe. I have found myself, because, when we're home, I love being with Ryan, but I don't sleep. I've found that Uber Eatsing on the road is way easier than being, not easier than being the dad, but it's kind of a nice balance. I'll put it that way. Going to work isn't bad. Because I'm hitting the road. I put on the Giants game in the car today, which was a disaster game. Oh my god. How talk about Saquon Barkley? Now we're recording this on a Sunday. Tore his ACL. Giants down 17-0. Come back 17-13 for fourth and go. They're at the goal line. Final play of the game. Can't win. But what I'm saying is, it was really fun listening to the games on a Sunday in the car, going back and forth with the Mets game. It was just kind of cool. It made me enjoy my time with Ryan more valuable. That when I was away, it was kind of like a nice. I felt like I was off. It wasn't felt like I was working.
Well, we haven't got. I have 8 weeks off, so we haven't gotten there yet. But you're probably going to take him more during the day, so I can work, and then I will have him when you Uber at night or whatever in the weekends. So I will have him then. But today I did something normal, and it felt good.
And that was?
I walked on the treadmill for 30 minutes.
Good for you. I said when we started this episode, you look great.
Well, thank you.
You look good.
I'm 12.
This is going to be me just flirting with you. So
I'm 12 days.
What's up?
12 days postpartum, and there's a lot of things I can't do. My usual things. I like to bike, and I like to ride the Peloton. And I like to do bar. That's a little intense right now. But I walked on the treadmill and I watched the Food Network like I've done for the last... I figured out... My friend was asking me, she's like, how long have you done that on Saturday mornings? Well, it's Sunday. I was 17 years. I was it felt really good to do that.
Good for you, man. Oh, I bet.
It felt like normalcy for the first time since we've had the baby. Because I've done cardio every morning. Except for days I had massive surgery or flew to Europe. And I'm talking that extreme. I've literally taken maybe less than 5 days off a year. So to take, 11 days off has been... It's mental, though.
I haven't found that we found our new normal yet with rhythm and scheduling.
They say, 6 weeks.
Yeah, it just doesn't... Everything feels... it's been awesome having your mom, but at the same time, it's
I feel like we found a rhythm. We found a weird rhythm.
It's been awesome having your mom, but at the same time, it's I know I have more responsibility coming my way when she's gone, which isn't bad. I'm looking forward to it. But I know it's just not what it's going to normally be.
Well, I think one thing that's going to change, to be honest with you, I think we're going to have to podcast in the middle of the afternoon.
Yeah, which is weird, because we always have to drink.
Well, not always.
So be it. No, I agree. I would agree with that. No, that's a good point, though. Podcast scheduling has changed.
Because he is very chill until about 6 p.m. And guess when he's not chill? 6 to 10. And that's usually when we podcast. And honestly, it's not gonna... We're gonna have to get somebody to hang with him while we
Conversation for not during the podcast. But yes, you're right. We are going to have to figure out a new schedule for when we do these. I don't think what we had been doing, which worked, it's going to have to change. Now, yes. I can do my thing on my own. When for example, you heard episode 111. with Dolan J. Trump, that was easy, just me alone. But when it's the two of us together, it's a different dynamic. And then, of course, we do the Patreon page together, too. So we're just going to have to find a schedule quirk.
Yeah, we'll just do like a coffee situation like we did this morning. We did Patreon. I was drinking coffee during that. That was like the perfect time. Yeah, so we're going to figure things out. I think, well, to be honest, we are on a great routine with the baby. He's doing great. We're in a very regimented routine with him. He's gaining weight. He's doing everything right.
No, he's good. He's already has his own podcast, which you can find on the Pros Club. That's theprosclub.com.
It's Crying Ryan's.
Crying Ryan, which is a shout out now. We'll do a mid-roll plug. If you have not checked out theprosclub.com, that is a website I made. Yes. I made a podcast website that is devoted for podcasters. You don't know this yet, Jesse, but I have an interview Tuesday night at 7:30.
Did you put it on the shared calendar?
I have not.
So no, I wouldn't know that, would I?
Me and Anthony Pierno, who's the co-founder of the Pros Club, we are interviewing the man who started the International Podcast Day. It's coming on the Pros Club.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That was Anthony's get. Which was a good idea.
I've heard of International Podcast Day, but...
I was like, this is the cool thing about being a producer. You know how to get people on your shows. Holla, which was dope. But anyway, that's just a quick little tease for that. Theprosclub.com.
Looking forward to
Again,
hearing
that's theprosclub.com.
What podcast is he going to be on?
So, we'll get into this even more. Let's go behind the scenes more. I had this idea to create a Pros Club podcast, which would then just be kind of like a potpourri for anything Pros Club. So I'll get that through Apple, get that done. And then anytime someone from the Pros Club, Bad Weather Fans, Outside the Box, Real Talk Basketball, if you want to do a promotional event, you can cross-promote it through the Pros Club podcast.
Interesting. Okay.
That was my idea, doing Uber Eats. I thought it was pretty good.
I like it.
I like it too. Okay, this is Wings Month, so we should probably talk a little bit about wings. I want to bring this up with wings because I think there's some fun stories around it. We just had the wings. I tried them, and my teeth are caked with chicken. And all I want to do right now is floss my fucking face off. I don't have floss on me.
Amazingly, he does not have floss on him. Wait, have we told the...
I'm getting there.
Okay.
Now see, this is why you and I are in sync. We got the same brain, the center of the chain.
Which is funny because you really need one in the center of your teeth.
Is it that bad?
I mean, I can see it.
This is how much I love flossing, and I'm okay to admit this. I know it's gross.
I have a story from today about flossing.
I will bite my nails and use the nail as floss.
Oh God. Okay.
That's bad gross. I need to make sure that I don't have food in my teeth. I will use the nail clippings, bite off, and use them as mini toothpicks. Because I hate having things in my teeth. But is it gross? Because it's my nail. I mean, if I was using, I don't know, like anybody else's, that would be kind of nasty.
Did you like itch your butt and then use it as it?
I mean, I don't. I mean, it's not It's Your Butt Tuesday.
Yeah, it's right here.
So look, want me to do it live?
No, I do not want to see this.
So anyway, I bite it, use it, and then pick it out.
Yeah, I have Amazon 6-packs of floss, like, on a regular order for us, because you use... Okay, first of all, you use an excessive amount. Like, I'm talking, like, he pulls it out, like it's comical.
I do.
He, like, pulls, and then wraps it around his finger. It's literally hilarious, like, how much he uses. Okay, so this morning, I just have to point this out. So this morning... I'm picking I don't know what I was doing. Putting who God only knows what we're doing in the middle of the night, which is funny. We have the best sleeping newborn ever, and we're still tired. I put him on the bed to like change him or something, like on our bed, and he, with his tiny hand, grabbed a handful of floss that was on the bed.
My son.
And I'm like, which was used floss, clearly, like left over on the bed, which is repulsive.
Yeah, but whatever, it's economical.
But just imagine like how like his tiny little hand just grabbed it.
Well, he's got to learn someday how to floss. That's, to be fair.
Yes, I mean, he does not have teeth right now, and frankly, I, for one, glad he does not have teeth.
Let me defend myself on using the excessive amount of floss. You don't use enough.
I floss.
You don't.
More than you, I think. But with a tinier amount.
and your cavities compared to mine?
Not good.
Okay, so if I don't get cavities and I'm using excess, let me ask this to the audience. Would you rather have somebody that uses a lot of floss and doesn't get cavities, or uses a smaller amount and always has to go for dental work?
So,
I don't think this is easy answer.
Okay, so as someone who has worked in a dentist's office and I know where cavities come from, they're really on the bottom of your molar, not in between them. So they don't have anything to do with flossing.
Oh, that's not true. You're telling me that flossing doesn't have anything to do with cavities?
Do you ever get a cavity on the side of your tooth?
They say to floss because tartar builds up.
Tartar doesn't cause cavities; it causes grossness. Do you know what it?
You gotta floss to have healthy
I
teeth.
floss like
it's all working together.
I will say this in all honesty, I'm a 2 a day minimum flosser for sure.
Minimum.
And I'm doing Invisalign right now. You have to be insane about your teeth. So
yeah.
I floss. I'm talking two a day at the hospital the day I gave birth, that level. Could be 3 or 4. And I have horrible genetics with teeth. It is very true.
No, and
I
think that plays into
I'm going to the
too.
dentist on Wednesday. Not looking forward to it. My dentist knows we're like good friends. I gave her son a reference. She's going to rent our beach house. Like we have like a thing.
Yeah.
I spend lots of money there. And it's true. I have terrible teeth. But you have to admit, my dental hygiene is impeccable. It's just I have bad teeth.
I know, but I just think it's not fair to
Do you think that
rip
I would
apart
not have bad teeth if I had to use more floss?
I'm just throwing it out there. It's worth trying. It's worth trying.
Yeah, but I'm also the person who buys the floss.
I know, and thank you for that.
You do aggressively rip, and then wrap it around your finger.
This is how aggressive I've gotten with floss now, Jess. I double the floss. So I'll take a string, cut it in half, like fold it in half. I'll then use the double lanyard to get in there.
Now, I bought some bougie floss called Cocoa Floss. I hated it.
What was bad about it?
It was so thick. I could barely get in between my teeth. It was horrible.
Floss is a weird thing.
It was like $8 at Whole Foods, and everybody said you had to try it. So I was like, all right, I'll try it.
My dad says he can't floss. I think that's such a crock of shit.
What do you mean you can't floss?
He says, oh, my teeth are too tight. I can't floss.
Oh, well, don't try this stuff because this was brutal.
He's not right.
It felt like sandpaper. I was like, okay, this is bougie sandpaper floss. I don't know what's happening here.
I love flossing. I mean, you've made fun of me before in the past, which I don't think is that weird, for smelling some of the meat that comes out of my teeth.
No, we don't want to talk about that.
I don't know what's so weird about that. I like to just get the aroma. I mean, like, say you're at a Brazilian steakhouse. I want to relive those moments. Plus, more protein.
Oh, God. Okay.
No, I'm joking about the more protein part, but the aroma is nice.
I can't talk about that. That is so repulsive.
Weirds you out?
Yep, so gross. Can't.
Yeah, that doesn't weird me out. I don't know. Like, I saw a head come out of you. I can get, like, chicken gunk out of my teeth. Doesn't bother me.
You just don't need to smell it.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't. But there's, like, that smell. Like,
no, I don't know I don't know what you're talking about.
Right now, all I want to do is just floss the fuck out of my teeth.
I just want to know if anyone else has ever smelled their floss, because I think it is...
Okay, let's put it out there again. Do you smell your own floss after you flossed? Let us know. DM my wife. Don't DM me. What's your Instagram? I
feel like I've smelled a lot of weird bodily things. Floss is not one of them. Like, that is not on the table for me.
Oh, I've got a good answer. Remember I started this podcast by saying Hooters was closed?
Yes.
Leon, my good friend, who is a Hooters aficionado. Hooters in Paramus and Union are permanently closed. Hackensack is temporarily closed. Those weren't the locations that I went for, but if those other areas are closed, there's a good chance that something with the Hooters are closed.
Oh my God,
that's kind of sad.
I was hoping you were going Hooters because I'd never had their wings.
I know. I was excited to try some Hooters wings too. I'm glad though that I called. Like, I'm glad I called because I was just going to show up, and that would have sucked. But I was like, hey, let me look. And when I went on the website, it said, like, this one is temporarily closed. I think the pandemic killed these places because, like, dudes went in there to look at the girls, Jess. I really mean, I'm not, like, I mean this. I think guys went in there for the girls, and if it's closed, like, they weren't picking up the food.
That is...
Like, Leon loves the food.
Well, here's what's interesting. So there's a bunch... I'm just looking up. There's a bunch of articles that in 2018 they started closing. A little bit part of the Me Too situation.
Yeah.
That's what it says.
I could see that. Do you have an issue with, like, girls in Hooters outfits?
If it's what they want to do to get money, like, I mean, honestly, I think of it this way. If they're paying for college by doing that, or, like, this is the way they support themselves,
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. Honestly. Would I do it?
Yeah.
If you've seen me, definitely not. I mean, maybe right now I'm breastfeeding, but in general...
Want a managerial job?
in general, no. It's not for me.
Yeah.
But I think that you should empower women to do whatever they need to do to support themselves. So that is fine with me.
Like, if there... What's the male version of it, of a Hooters? Isn't there something like Nuts? Or something kind of...
Magic Mike? I don't know.
No, that's a movie that involves...
No, that's a place. That's
really?
No, that's a place. It's called the Thunder Down Under. Like, that's an actual thing.
There are girls into that?
I've
like,
never seen Magic Mike. Have you?
Just twice.
Wait, we have to time out real quick. Do you ever talk about how you proposed?
I was getting there.
Oh, okay.
But
well, we really took a left turn.
Magic Mike's not for me.
Have you seen it?
No, I'm not watching Magic Mike.
You haven't seen it?
It's about male strippers.
I feel like that's something you would watch.
What does that mean?
Because it's like a rom-com.
Yeah, whoa. Time out, Brooklyn. I like rom-coms. I don't want to see... Not if this is your thing, fine. It's just not my thing.
That's fine.
Like, if you're into it, God bless you. That's your right. I love that. But why am I going to be into dudes and their cocks? Like, that's just not my gimmick.
You love a rom-com, and I've heard I've heard it's really good.
But I don't need to be like, oh my God, he's so hot. Look at those pecs. I could eat butter off those and make them pancakes. I'm not into Magic Mike.
I don't know. You watch some weird shit when I fall asleep.
No, I could not watch it. You know what? I could watch that with you not there. I couldn't watch it with you. That'd be tough.
Okay, that's fine.
Because you'd be like, oh my God, he's so hot. He's so cute. Oh, I went to high school with him. Oh, yeah. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, I was wondering, is Joe Manganiello
Oh my God,
Joe
Manganiello. He's going to make... Oh my God, he might reference the Pirates, which is the coolest thing ever. They're a team in Pittsburgh.
He did speak to my acting class back in the day.
Oh my God.
He went to my high school.
Oh my God, he's so cute. He's got the salt and pepper hair, too. But you have Mike, don't worry.
I like salt and pepper hair.
You're cute, too, Mike, don't worry.
I like salt and pepper hair.
Don't worry, you're cute. Don't worry, you're cute. Don't
All
worry,
right,
you're cute.
Move along.
Don't worry, you're cute.
Move along.
Yeah, no, I have not seen it. You?
No. I hate movies.
See, I think you hate movies, but I mean...
I want to watch that rom-com that you started the other night, but you already...
it was okay.
I heard it was great.
It was alright. I could see why girls would like Magic Mike. I mean, it's hot dudes stripping. What's there not to like? I mean, like...
Girls just want a cute story, let's be honest.
Nah, see this... Okay, here we go. Boo, Pandora box, open!
Okay.
I think girls want sex just as much as men. I think that's I think you see hot guys dancing around, why not?
It's not.
I think a cute story, yes. But when a lady's in the, like, you know, she's in the mood for some Magic Mike, she's in the mood for some Magic Mike.
Okay. You're a guy who gets women, clearly.
No, I don't at all.
No, I know. So.
I'm just saying, I could understand if you wanted to watch. Obviously, let me put it this way. I'm joking around. But the movie's done well, so obviously, like, there's an interest. And it's not just about the story.
I don't know. I just think it's different when you watch dudes dance around that you're never going to touch or get near. I feel like I'm like, this is, like, fake.
Yeah, but part of you would be like, ooh, he's sexy.
Yeah, then I'd be like, he's sexy. This was 5 years ago. He probably looks terrible now.
No. I've Googled them. They all look great. Just a little more salt and pepper.
Which is fine with me.
Which
I
is
like
fine
that.
With you. No, I know. No. I to answer your question, no, I have not seen Magic Mike. Yes, I like a rom-com, but I don't know if I'd be into male stripper rom-coms. That might be much.
Okay,
on my
well,
end.
That's fine. But
like I said, if you're into that, you're into that.
I just wasn't sure because you watch a lot of movies that I'm not around for, so I truly was not sure if you. It's not that I'm not around for it, it's that I'm asleep on the couch, usually.
Yeah, no, I do love a good rom-com. I do. I think, well, you know what I like about a rom-com? I like the love story. I like the passion from each. I don't know. There's something nice. I think maybe that boils down to this. I think growing up, you look terrified.
No, this is way deep. I am like listening with both ears.
I didn't have much success with girls when I was younger, so I think I like seeing a girl like a guy. Like, it makes me feel good about myself that, you know what? Girls like
Top
guys
3.
too. 10 things I hate about you. Is that considered one?
Yes, of course.
Let's just anything revolving 10. How to lose a guy in 10 days.
Oh, you're speaking my language.
And then what's what's the other one? I love this. This is my favorite.
I don't know. I've never asked you.
What is it? It's a British movie, which I typically don't like.
Love Actually?
Love Actually, yeah.
We've never watched that together.
Yeah.
Apparently it's kind of offensive. I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen... I saw...
I mean, maybe it is. I like that movie, too, how all the characters come together at the end. I think it's kind of cool.
I saw it in the theater, in a very gross theater in Pittsburgh with my best friend Kelsey, a million years ago, in the theater. I don't know what's offensive about it. I have to watch it again because I watched Never Been Kissed.
That was bad.
2 years ago. So it'll be 2 years ago this Christmas with my mom because we loved that movie growing up. We were like, oh boy.
I saw that in the theater.
Oh man, it does not age well.
Really?
Very bad. And that was probably so for me I would say She's All That also ages horribly. It's just about looks. It is kind of gross and rapey. So is Never Been Kissed. 10 Things I Hate About You 100% stands up.
Nice.
That's a good one. And so does How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Yeah, the only part about that movie that's inaccurate, and I'm more than happy.
Is it the Knicks discussion?
Well, yes.
Oh, well, you need to take this over to Bad Weather fans.
Well, it's the fact that they have the Knicks and the Kings in the finals. And, I don't have to get into the nitty-gritty of it, but the setup isn't right. I'm watching this going, nope, that's not how the format would work.
No, that's fine.
And also, Scott Pollard, who did podcast.
Was in that!
He's in that. I'm like, I think he's getting residuals on that. Anytime I tweet, I'm like, I saw Scott Pollard. And I'm like, he's in there.
That is weird. Because I've seen that show for so long, and now, we know him. It's weird.
I like that movie. That's good. The only part I don't... It's funny. I like the rom-com. I hate the Knicks part of it.
Interesting. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
I love Sleepless in Seattle.
That's good. But that's OG
it's
older.
Slow. Yeah, but I love it.
You've Got Mail?
Don't like that one. That was my sick movie. Did you ever have a sick movie? Like when you're home sick from school? That was always what I watched was You've Got Mail.
That was a sick movie.
So that was like a Ghostbusters or something like that. I felt like I always watched You've Got Mail when I was sick, and that was just kind of my it was like You've Got Mail The Price is Right.
Yeah, I think everybody has The Price is Right. No, I don't have a... It's a good question, though. I don't think I have a sick movie. So, again, if you have a sick movie, DM Jess.
Do you have a rainy day movie?
That's
actually...
I like Ghostbusters. You've never seen that, have you?
Not fully.
It's a good movie.
That's an Anna Faris question. She always asks that to all of her guests.
What's the question?
What's your rainy day movie?
It's probably Ghostbusters. Yeah.
That's what I thought. All right, you didn't tell the Floss story.
Okay, the Floss story. So when I proposed to my wife, Jess, great girl. Girl gets it. I proposed to her in San Diego, California. And I had to get the ring through security. Got it through security when we flew on the airplane. Now, I waited 4 or 5 days to propose. Why would you wait 4 or 5 days to propose? Well, because you had some big presentations. Mm-hmm. I didn't want to propose early and you had all this work to do. I wanted to wait till the work was over and then it could be more of a celebration.
Which was a great call.
I mean, I get it. And also, what if I proposed early and you said, no, I'm fucked. I'm on the fucking trip for a week. Although I knew you would say yes. And we could go into that on a Patreon episode. How I knew you would say yes. But, that wasn't my original plan to propose, right?
Yeah, I really like to get novel viruses. So I had the H1N1 flu. And
did a great job with it. Very sexy.
I like that.
But that's not why I didn't propose.
But weren't we supposed to go somewhere and I was too sick to go?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
We were supposed to go to Richmond and I was going to recreate our first date. But UVA went and had a rain delay and we couldn't go out.
Oh, I thought I had a sick thing too.
So then at that point I was like, I have nothing. I'm going to wait till San Diego. It was a month later.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I like to get
And
those.
you were pissed. Oh, you were so pissed off. You called your dad and yelled at him. You yelled at me through him.
Oh, okay.
But your dad was so sweet. He calmed you down because he knew I was going to propose. It was still one of my favorite.
Well, we had
memories
looked
ever.
at rings like 6 months earlier,
Yeah.
and then there was no ring, no ring, no ring, no ring, no ring, no ring.
Well, it hadn't been that long. We only been dating for 6 weeks. You were just really eager to get married.
Yeah, that was it.
No, it was a couple of years.
No,
Anyway,
and we'd moved in together, and I guess the ring was in the house the whole time, but I had no idea.
yeah, I guess I put it somewhere in the.
I remember you put it in the weird like red footrest.
Oh, it was somewhere in the room. But anyway, so
Your room was so scary. I wasn't
yeah.
going in there.
I got the mushroom story.
Yeah.
You know the mushroom story?
Yeah, I saw the mushroom. It was growing out of your
You
toilet.
didn't see the mushroom.
Yes,
Oh,
I
no,
did. I did.
I'm mixing up stories. Anyway, the story I want to tell, I'm not going to say. The mushroom story you saw, yes. I was getting stories confused.
You have another mushroom
No,
story?
I have just a bad bedroom etiquette story. It's not
Okay,
important.
well, yeah, there was a mushroom growing
Way
out
back.
from behind your toilet. And not concerning if you're on, the first floor, the outdoors. No part of this room in any way connected to the
Yeah,
outside.
I sold that mushroom, made $1,000.
Yeah, I'm sure that was a psychedelic mushroom that
had to
grew
have been.
spontaneously behind your toilet.
So anyway, back to proposing. So I ended up proposing to you in San Diego, and we had a fun night all together, bounced around different places. I put
Moved to Corona Del Mar.
the wedding ring in a Floss
Box.
and a Floss box, and I thought this was a cute tie-in. Talk about writing for a rom-com, because on one of our first dates,
Second date.
I said one of our
Yeah,
first.
no, I'm saying it was the second date.
All right, the date Nazi over here. I gave you some floss because we talked about our love of floss.
Yes, on our first date we talked about
Yes,
it.
and then I thought it was a good tie-in to be like, oh, I got some floss, and I gave you some floss, and then I thought, years later, I give you the floss. There's a ring in it. Oh, come on, give me an awe.
And it's
moment.
gotten me street cred with dental hygienists for like 12 years.
Yes, no cavities for me.
That's not true. You've had like one.
I've had one.
I've had like 12.
Yes, but
And
the
like
point
3
is-
crowns.
Don't
And like 2 root canals.
Use the floss, bro.
I do.
Did you like the proposal?
No, I thought it was very good. It was perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, you were happy.
It was like nice to do it alone and in California, and just it was very chill. I didn't want some. I've always been like a performer, but I don't like doing that kind of stuff like in front of other people.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just kind of do your own thing. It's not about. I don't know. It's weird to me when
Same.
people do it in front of everybody else, like their family and their friends,
Same.
and it's like high pressure and.
Well, if you know me, I hate being the center of attention with that stuff.
I actually don't like for life stuff either. It was kind of actually nice with the whole COVID situation. I mean, okay, I have to be honest. Laboring in a mask was genuinely hard because of the oxygen situation.
Yeah.
Like that, I didn't expect because I'm like in great shape and like whatever. But to hold your breath to push was hard without like
Yeah.
full oxygen. But I'm also glad, like, totally honest, that our parents weren't waiting in the waiting room.
Yeah.
Because that would have stressed me out to be like, there's people waiting for this baby.
Oh, interesting.
I would have felt bad about it. That was my whole, it was a Catholic guilt thing, like I would have been like, oh my God,
Yeah.
I can't get this baby out fast enough. They're waiting. I've been pushing for like 45 minutes. It should be out already. Like,
Well, that's a really interesting topic. I didn't think about that.
oh, I thought about it. I was like, oh, thank God nobody can be there. Whew.
Yeah, that's interesting because, I mean, I was interacting, I was texting with your family and my family,
Yeah.
like, giving updates. Obviously, I couldn't text all the time. Like, I can't be like, all right, Jess, time to push. Hold on, sending it. Like, you know what I'm saying. But there was moments where I was sitting there doing nothing. But that's really interesting. Now, if I were to look back and so where would they have been in their room?
I think they would have been in the lobby.
That random lobby downstairs.
Yeah, I think they would have to just wait.
Because there wasn't much upstairs. It just was a shitty waiting room. But you have to remember, too, pre-COVID, could have been different.
That's true. Yes. So I just like not having the pressure because I would have just felt bad making them wait. I had a very quick labor. Very quick. Like start to finish. It was 12 hours. And I mean, truly, the moment it started to the moment it ended, and the moment it started in our house.
Yeah.
Some people can go like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
Like I would have felt so bad if like my parents drove up from Pittsburgh, your parents came from Jersey City. They're just like sitting there drinking coffee, talking to each other for 3 days.
Yeah, but
Like-
I mean, they did have a good cafeteria.
Yeah, That is true.
And we did say in the Patreon episode, good reminder, we will do a breakdown of all the foods.
Oh, yeah, we have to do that. We ate really well, actually. 4 days in the NICU.
I'm glad I remember that.
We ate really well. Yeah.
No, but that's interesting. I didn't even think about that.
There was something about the lack of pressure that was like, this is going to happen when it happens. We'll text everybody and tell them. And it just, like, I guess because I've heard other people say, like, oh, you're waiting forever. I don't know. That was nice. But I liked having that kind of private time.
Yes. No, that was nice. Yeah, no, that's true. That was a fun couple days. I'll look back on that fondly. Having
our child.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm like on a food sense. I thought our meals were good.
No, we did do a good job.
It was just fun. We had fun. Time's going really fast.
It is going really fast. He'll be 2 weeks in like a couple days.
In a couple days, but it just feels like a blur.
Yeah. Actually, it feels weirdly clear to me. That's the whole thing. That's
clear, but a blur. You know what I mean? Like that went fast, but I remember every detail.
Yeah, I do too. And I remember every detail of the birth, even though I was like pretty drugged up. Like I really remember every detail of it.
All right, let's hear them.
No, we don't want to do that.
Give me a 1, 2, 3. Come on, Jess, you got this. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know what? Fuck it. Give me 5 more. 1.
She did keep
2,
doing that.
3, 4, 5. And the Mike put down the phone. Daily fantasy is over. No, I didn't.
That was not true.
Not true. That was a joke. But no, that was fun. You want to talk some wings?
Yeah, we probably should.
Let's do some
You realize
wings.
you've been like pushing me back on this table. Like I'm like basically in the other room at this point.
There's nothing that pushes you back. I can do.
Not this table into the living room.
Okay, so Wing Month is here, and let me get into the pickup today. So, as I mentioned before, I wanted to go to Hooters, which is known for their wings, and I ended up going to Buffalo Wild Wings, which is known for their wings. So, I called Buffalo Wild Wings, and I was doing Uber Eats today, and it was like a 13-minute drive to the wing spot. And I called, and I was put on hold, which now makes sense. And I had to probably wait 7 to 8 minutes before somebody picked up the phone. And I apologize right now because I asked him what his name was when I met him. And I just don't remember. But this guy was awesome. I said, hey, I want to put an order. And he goes, it's going to be an hour.
Oh, my God.
It's like an hour. I was like, all I'm getting are just 6 wings. He goes, I can make it 20, 30 minutes. I go, thank you. Maybe that was his old trick to get a tip from me. I don't know. Anyway. So I put in the order, get to the Buffalo Wild Wings, and then I decide to have a socially distanced beer because I'm sitting there and there's nothing to do.
Were you at a table? Or was it socially distanced bar?
The whole restaurant was socially distanced.
Were you indoors?
I was indoors, yeah.
Okay.
So I went in.
But were you at a bar top or like a...
No, you can't sit at the bar. So I put in the drink.
I don't know. I haven't eaten indoors in a year.
Got the drink and then moved to a table and had the beer. So time passed, had the beer, watched football. Could not have been more relaxing. Then I had to go back in line though, Jess, for the takeout orders, and they're socially distanced there, and it took forever. This one woman, she took out her phone and she didn't order. It was a 10-minute fucking order.
Oh my God.
I'm like, what are you doing? I'm thinking to myself, how tough is it to order at Buffalo Wild Wings? This can't be that difficult. Like, you get your food and you move the fuck along. They did a great job of socially distancing everybody, but the amount of time to get the food, here's why it was so frustrating. They had a whiteboard that had the people's orders that were in this container. My name was on the order, but I couldn't get to it because there was a line, and you can't just cut the line now. Like, oof. You can't be that guy that's like, I'm going to cut the line in a pandemic, even though I could get to it.
Yeah.
So I was in that line for 20 minutes, oof. Just looking at my food sit there.
What Buffalo Wild Wings did you go to?
Secaucus.
Oh, Secaucus. Okay.
Beautiful location.
Really?
Actually, that Secaucus area's got a lot of fun stuff.
No, Secaucus is nice, actually.
So I was just in the line forever. And then when I finally get up there, the guy, and I apologize again, don't remember his name, is like, I got you. I got your food. And I told him, listen to this podcast. You're going to hear your name. Can't remember his name. Should have written it
Thanks,
down.
Secaucus guy.
Thank you, Secaucus Buffalo Wild Wings guy. You were awesome. I feel like a dick.
I should have written it down.
I know, I should have written it down.
You should.
I'm so bad at
You
names.
need to write everything down.
Yes, record podcast. So...
Oh, I gotta sleep in, babe.
Gotta sleep in bed. So that's what happened there. So that's why it took forever.
Okay, so you ordered just... What did you order? Were they buffalo wings?
Just buffalo wings, classic, 6. It was like $11.
All right, I just found this
I thought it was expensive.
I found this article. That is really expensive. If you think about, like, when I would do with my friends wing night, it was 25 cents a wing.
Yeah, this is
so
like
6 wings should be $1.50.
I thought it was ridiculous.
All right, so I found this article that does, like, top... They do like the top 12 chain wings, and they did have Buffalo Wild Wings number 3. They had the mango habanero though.
Yeah,
number 2 was Bonchon, the Korean wings.
I'm all about
number
that.
1 is Wingstop.
In Wingstop, I didn't go to. We'll do Wingstop at some point.
Well,
It's just
we only
so
have one
far
more
away.
week.
Yeah, but there's Patreon fun. There's gimmicks that last.
I'm looking forward to doing the local one because there's a lot of local restaurants with wings.
Yeah, wings are easy. I mean, like it's such a easy thing to make.
Yeah,
You just throw it in the fryer and then add some
cheap.
sauce. And cheap.
Yeah, it's really cheap.
Buffalo Wild Wings must make so much money pre-pandemic. Wings and beer.
Well, I've only made them a couple of times. And the one thing that I will say, and I probably have said this on some Buffalo Wild Wings. Have we done Buffalo Wild Wings before? I feel
No.
like I've said this on a podcast at one point.
Well, that we have not done them, but what?
But I went to Iowa for work. And one of my very good friends.
Iowa?
Yeah. Art, you remember him. One of my really good friends.
Art, yeah, from Houston.
Yes, Art from
Loves Nick Wright.
He does indeed.
I remember weird stuff.
Yep, he sure does. He's one of my best
How is he
buds
doing?
from work. He's good. We still text every
We
so
met
often.
him. We had lunch
We had
somewhere.
dinner with him. Yeah, in Huntington, Long Island.
Where do we have dinner?
We went to Sapsuckers.
Yes.
I-
Yes,
I
and his son listened to his Walkman the
The
whole
entire time, yes. Indeed. So, anyway, him and I went to Iowa to work on a project together, and we went to Buffalo Wild Wings, and I had $1.25 double vodka soda there. I was like, wait,
$1.25.
yes. I was like, I'm sorry, how much? And then I went to the airport, and I got a mimosa, and so, like, just...
$86.
So people know that in New York, New Jersey, like going to the airport, like a mimosa, a single mimosa, which I don't know, you can't get a double because it's shipping. A mimosa is around $21 for, it's about 2 ounces of orange juice and about 2 to 3 ounces of champagne. It's $21. I got it in Iowa and it was $5
There you go.
at the airport.
A little cheaper.
Yeah, it was $5.
Buffalo Wild Wings story. We've definitely told on the podcast. I don't know if it was the podcast or the Patreon now. It's all blended together.
The first watch.
Yes.
Yes.
So that must have been Patreon.
No, I think we might have told it on the regular podcast.
Okay. I don't want to tell the same story. That's a problem. I don't know what we've said or not. And I always said to myself, I'm not going to be the guy that does a podcast and can't remember if we've done stuff. No clue.
Well, I don't remember anything, but I listened to everything, and then I'm like, oh yeah. No, we definitely talked about how the last... We had breakfast at this first watch on New Year's Day when we were not going to see each other forever. And the night before, we were waiting for our sushi, and we went to a Buffalo Wild Wings. Had like chip salsa and like.
Well, no, we went there for like a...
Oh, did we just go?
Yeah, because you could eat at restaurants then.
No, the sushi
Seriously.
place was BYOB, and we didn't have any BYOB.
So we got chips and salsa. Do you remember the beer I got at Buffalo Wild Wings?
I'm gonna go with Sam Adams. That was your Sam Adams face.
Sam Adams what?
Cherry wheat.
Good job, Jesse.
Ugh, gross.
Oh, you go, girl.
Tastes like Robitussin.
Yes, nothing like a little Robitussin to make you feeling good on
What
New
did
Year's
I
Eve.
have?
And
Probably
we fell
sugar.
asleep at what time?
Oh, probably like 10 o'clock.
Good job again.
Yeah.
2 for 2 on this
We were
trivia.
watching Saved by the Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not really New Year's people staying up.
Yeah, this will be the first year we stay past midnight because we have a kid.
And
Not because of us.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with us.
That's a little Buffalo Wild
But
Wings
I
New
think
story.
fondly of Buffalo Wild Wings. I just
do
haven't had
too.
a lot of their food.
Yeah.
I feel like I've had, I think I've had like a buffalo chicken salad or something at some point in my
Yeah,
life.
it's like what you would expect. You know what I mean? Like, it's just what you would expect. Although I would like to go to Buffalo Wild Wings and get stuff that nobody orders. Like, I'll get this, let me do the sea bass tonight.
I don't even know if that's on the menu.
How is the sea bass? Why are you here?
Yeah, they're like, we haven't made that in 20 years.
All right, let's give a score for these bad boys. 3 different categories. Heat factor, takeout presentation, and taste.
Well, heat factor we're going to have to call newborn life.
Newborn life. No. I think you just go with the score.
Okay.
Do we have variables now that play in?
Can we put an asterisk on that of like...
I think you got to give the score that gets the score, but you get what you get.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
Heat factor for me, I'm going with a 3. They were cold. Granted, I was in there waiting online for an hour, and then I drove home.
Did you say online?
I called.
No, you just said you were waiting online. That's such a New Yorker thing to say.
Like, not like internet, like literally
waiting
on the line.
No. That's a thing that, like, people who are not from New York say inline. People in New York say online. Like, I was waiting online for that ride.
Oh, I don't know.
I've never heard you say that ever before.
I was waiting on the... I was waiting in the restaurant on this line-looking thing 6 feet away from somebody.
No, people in this area say online.
Didn't know that.
But I've never heard you say it before. It's nothing wrong. I've just never heard you say it before.
Yeah, I was waiting online.
Yeah.
Not on the internet.
You're like, I was online for the subway. But you're not going to say that if you're in Chicago.
Well, is it in line?
I don't know.
I mean, you'd be on the line. You're not in it.
That's the whole thing. I don't know. I don't think there's a right or wrong, but I've just never heard you say that online before.
So I was waiting.
Like, if you were, waiting for a ride in Disney, you'd be like, I would say I'm waiting in line. And you would say you're waiting online?
I was at Disney, and I was waiting behind another person.
No, it's not.
This line-looking thing?
Don't get squirrely. It's fine. I just never heard you say that.
So I was waiting in the online. So that took forever. Then I had to drive home. I picked up beer. That took a while. And then we got home. We had some Ryan time. That took a little bit. So by the time we got to the wings, they were cold. They were not warm. They were soggy. They were not in their prime, per se. I give them a 3 for heat factor.
I'm going to go 3.5. Maybe. I don't know. I'm between 3.5 and 4. They were... I'm gonna go 4. I thought the insides were fine. I don't like a gummy skin, and they got cold. So there was half the skin I ate, and then half the skin I left for you, because it got kind of chewy.
See, that's the thing. I love salmon skin.
When it's crispy.
Even me, I can't eat salmon skin the next morning. Even for me, that's
it grows. It
gets weird.
Yeah, it gets gelatinous.
I'll eat it if I have to because I'm hungry, but it's not my It's kind of like how Pablo Goldstein feels about eggs. I'll do it.
Yeah, no, exactly. It was that affected it for me for sure. I mean, and part of it was our fault, but life happens. So.
Takeout presentation. I love the presentation. I thought that was a cool ass box. Now I'm finding this out. If you can make a takeout box and have your team logo on that, you get bonus points. Not just your typical carton, your typical takeout container. If you can have your own container and it's got Team Buffalo Wild Wings, I'm into that.
When you
I like that.
Carton, I was like, what are you saying? Because you said cardon, and I was like, what are you talking about?
The TD thing. Don't be mean. 8.5 on the takeout.
I thought it was fine. 7.
That's a quick review.
No, it didn't titillate me. I have nothing to say.
Okay. Tittle. Taste. You go first. I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to make you go first.
For taste, I actually enjoyed the taste of it. The texture definitely affected it for me. Okay, so if I'm giving a comparison, especially to the meatiness of the Popeyes ones, I thought it was head and shoulders better. I'm gonna give it a 5.5 for taste. No, I'm gonna give it a 6. I'm gonna be a little more generous. I'm gonna give it a 6 because I thought the meat inside was excellent. I actually really liked it. I liked the spice. The spice was actually, and I think everybody who tried it, which included Mike and my mother, not the baby, it was a lot. It had the most interesting delayed spice I've ever tasted.
Yes.
I mean,
It got hot. Yeah. Very delayed.
I was pumping breast milk, and so I have a watch on. I'm like watching a timer. About 2.5 minutes after I ate it, all of a sudden I was like, "Oh, my lips are burning."
The heat
it
was
was
there.
Bizarre.
You're doing heat factor, like not
spice factor.
Spice factor, yes.
It was weirdly hot for like a buffalo wing, which I loved. But the texture of the skin, I think if it were hot, it would have been great.
Yeah.
I think it'd be like an 8. I'm going to give that as my ceiling. I think if it were hot, it would be an 8.
Okay. What did you end up going with?
I'm at 5.5.
So a 5 point...
Yeah, 5.5.
Okay, so a 5.5 with taste. Yeah, now that we've done a couple of these things, one, I can't believe that I think Pizza Hut has the best wings we've tried. I didn't like the Popeyes ones because they weren't wingy. I thought the Pizza Hut ones actually had some good flavor to them and good chew to them and were not overly cooked. These wings I thought were just like... For me, it felt like I went to the supermarket and I got some wings and I was like, oh, these are good. But, like if you go to the supermarket and you pick up wings, you don't have expectations. So you go to a place that's known... I mean, like this place has won awards internationally.
Yes, I would agree.
That I made up. So that surprised me.
I would agree for a wings place.
Yes.
They were super mediocre.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but Jess, to be fair, they were so much colder that I think that took a hit to them. But still, like, they weren't crispy at all. They
were like if you went to a shitty pizza place and you ordered wings.
Yeah.
You'd be like, these are not bad.
So Buffalo Wild Wings, I think, has gotten done a great job in marketing to make you go in there when the wings are probably just shit. Would you agree with that? I also love the fact that when Ryan cries, Leon the cat is so confused.
Yeah, he does look confused. No,
it's like,
see,
am I in this or out of this? What do I do?
I feel like I need to eat in a restaurant to give that honest opinion.
Well,
honestly,
I feel like date night. First night, we're alone. I'm taking you to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
Is that a yes?
Sure.
I know how to treat a woman.
Yeah. Well, if I get that $1.25 vodka soda,
hey, that's
we're
where
good.
we went on our date. I think that's full circle.
No, that was Wild Wings Cafe.
No, I'm saying...
in Baltimore.
Now, granted, I don't know if we want to go all the way out to Secaucus.
Not really. Only if we could take the train, and I don't want to take the train.
And by the way, on the side note, Secaucus, Richard Jefferson talks about Secaucus. And he always talks about, like, nothing better than working for the NBA, and we're like, nothing like spending your night in Secaucus.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad, but, it's NBA players. Oh, anyway, taste on my end, I'm going with a 5.52. I'm copying you.
Oh, jeez. That's why you never go second.
I know. But you know what? Ha ha ha. Best thing you ate this week, Miss Jessie?
Best thing I ate this week? Oh, boy. We ate a lot of good food. What is the best thing I ate this week? I really enjoyed my sushi last night, I'll be honest.
That was good.
It hit this, it scratched an itch I had. I got all the salmon sushi. I'm
going to go with taqueria. I thought that burrito was...
Oh, interesting. Well, mine was from Aki Sushi, and I got a salmon roll, and then a spicy salmon roll, and then we shared like a crazy salmon, fun roll.
Yes.
Yeah, it was excellent. I really wanted salmon sushi.
Next week, I had a steak burrito with chorizo and fried avocado, which was tremendous.
Yeah, that was a good burrito.
Good deal. Good deal doing that.
Taqueria's the best deal.
Good deal. Taqueria. Tagging you on IG. Next month, I know what we're doing. I'll reveal it on Patreon.
All right.
I think you'll like it.
I don't think I know what you're going to talk about.
No, I have what the food we'll be doing next month.
Okay.
We'll be doing that next month on Patreon. Or, excuse me, we'll be doing that next month on Mike Delivers. I'll reveal it on Patreon.
Okay.
Okay, everybody, thank you for coming on the Mike Delivers podcast. Thank you to Buffalo Wild Wings. Enjoyed your food. It was okay. Next week, I don't know what we'll be doing. It most likely is Wingstop.
I hope it's Wingstop, but unless somebody suggests something better.
Yeah, you can always suggest it. That's fine. I want to do Hooters, but they're done. They're dead. We might have to go to Squirrels. They're nuts. I gotta say, Jess, you look really pretty.
Thank you, Michael.
What are you doing later? You have any free time?
Making dinner.
What's your, what's up?
No.
This has been the Mike Delivers podcast. I'll stop awkwardly hitting on my wife. Bye.